Today I'm planting tomatoes, one of my favourite gardening jobs for this time of year. I sowed these from seed and they're looking really strong. The variety is Grosse Lisse, a really good all-round tomato, great for salads, sandwiches and even making sauce. So I'm going to plant loads of them. Time to get stuck into it. I've been building up these garden beds for a number of years, and what was originally sand is now turning into something that is pretty good soil, good texture, holds moisture, but I always put a bit more work into it before planting a hungry crop like tomatoes. I'm adding some lovely homemade compost, a scattering of rock minerals for trace elements, and some pelletised chicken manure to give the seedlings a kick along, and then a gentle working through. Grosse Lisse are a climbing tomato. They can grow up to 2 metres, so they need a good, sturdy stake, and these ones are perfect. One of the most common mistakes of people growing climbing tomatoes unsuccessfully is they don't stake them properly, they just flop over. So these will do the job. I start by crossing the stakes at each end of the bed to create a V structure. I'm twisting some wire just loosely at this stage to hold the structure in place. Then a long cross stake across the top where the V meets. A star picket at each end will make sure the structure is nice and secure. And then an upright stake for each plant. And then I can tighten off all the wire. I've spaced these stakes at 600 mil apart, and that's minimum. You want a bit of room between these big tomatoes. Now, these seedlings are in good shape. You can see they're nice and strong. Thick stem, good set of leaves, not too big, and not root bound, just the first roots coming out. So when I go to plant one of these, just gently pop that up. Isn't that beautiful? Have a look at that. That is ready to go in the ground. I'll just make a little hole in front of the stake, and I'll plant these a little bit deep. Tomatoes don't mind that, and it does help to get a good strong root system. So really, probably about a depth like that. Backfill, make a little basin so I can hand water that in to get the roots nice and established. Now as this grows, I'll train it to 2 main branches that'll go up the stake, and I'll secure that with some soft twine as they grow, and I'll pinch out the laterals. That's important because it prevents congestion around the plants and reduces the chance of disease. But the 2 main ones, well, up they'll go and the fruit will set off that. Tomatoes need regular watering. They also need a good mulching, and that's to ensure consistent soil moisture. If you don't have that, they can suffer from what's known as blossom end rot, which is a spoiling of the fruit. Now with drip irrigation in here and this lupin mulch, these plants will do very well. In addition to regular watering, I'll give these a liquid fertilizer of fish emulsion and kelp every 3 to 4 weeks, and a side dressing of potash to promote good flower and fruit production. Well, that was a worthwhile investment. The extra effort is certainly worth it because I'll be getting loads of fruit for months to come, for salads and of course, plenty for sauce.